It happened long ago, but the memories are as if it was yesterday. 2 generations, grandfather and granddaughter, were found walking side by side on the seashore. The granddaughter's eyes spotted a cluster of starfish dying out of its protective waters. "Oh, Grandpa, can you help me save them and throw them back into the sea?" questioned the young girl. With a chuckle, the man said, "You know, starfish land on the seashore every day in every part of the world. You'll never be able to save them all, so why bother?" The girl didn't respond, but began to contemplate her position. The Lubavitcher Rebbe has said that every child is taught to continuously grow. The Rebbe has inspired our teachers of the Kneo Jewish Day School to impart this lesson with action. Our children grow and make a difference doing so.
Children are coming from all over the Conejo Valley, from the West San Fernando Valley, and they're receiving a Jewish and secular education that's just magnificent. Never in our wildest dreams did we imagine that here in the Conejo Valley we would have a school like the Conejo Jewish Day School.
Have you ever thought of how one person can make a difference in this world? Giving a penny every day, praying to God before the day begins, helping a friend in a time of need, creating a unity of school spirit.
When I heard the story of the starfish the first time, I realized that every day is a new day in my life. And every day that I can make a difference in one person, it's a day that I lived with a purpose. That's why we love the Conejo Jewish Day School, because they teach the kids how to make a difference. They dedicate themselves to study Torah and challenge their minds. They learn that they can make the world a better place.
As a teacher, I'm personally aware of the potential for educators to have a profound effect on the lives of their students. And I know that the teachers and the administrators of the Conejo Jewish Day School strive to ensure that each individual student recognizes their contribution in the classroom, with their family, in the community, and with the Jewish people as a whole.
At CJDS, our kids learn to make a difference, to make other people feel loved by sharing music, or helping each other welcome a new child to school, or learning a new way to express themselves.
A lot of schools compartmentalize. So we get students who are very successful and achieve or certain subjects of academic excellence, which is all extremely important, the math, the science, the social studies, but it's not enough.
The Conejo Jewish Day School is now 5 years old. We have grown, and so have our kids.
I like Hebrew class and recess.
I change the world by being a CJDS student, by setting an example of being a nice young man.
I like learning Hebrew at the Conejo Jewish Day School.
I love going to the CJDS school because it makes me feel like I'm changing the world.
A group of us got together, hard-working individuals, who decided that we would make a dream of a Jewish day school into a reality.
3 years later, the Conejo Jewish Day School. What incredible strides it has made. Children are learning Torah, mitzvot, they're learning Ahavas Yisrael, how to treat one another. And I personally have seen such a change, such a growth in my son.
And of course, parents have watched the amazing growth in their own children.
It's made a difference to me because my children are happy. The fact that my children come back enthusiastic and can't wait to tell me about their day, and the children in their class and their teachers, makes a difference in their life, therefore affects me and makes me a happier mother.
These are my great-grandparents, and I think that throughout the generations, American Jews have gotten so far away from their roots, we've become more secular with every generation. So for me, to see my kids light a Shabbos candle on Friday night, I just can't imagine what these people would think of that. And Conejo Jewish Day School has had so much to do with that.
Watching the kids grow are a dedicated staff of professionals who love what they do.
We're still making a difference in our children's lives, one student at a time. I can think of a story of a 4th grader that I've been teaching since 1st grade, who recently had to go to a funeral, unfortunately. And while there, he was walking amongst the graves and noticed that some of them were above ground. He turned to his father concerned. He had recently learned that when Mashiach comes, all of the people will be able to go to the land of Israel through subterranean tunnels. And he was worried that some of these people might not make it to Israel. This is really a beautiful example of what our students are all about, that they really care about each and every individual, even people that they've never met before, and people that may not even be alive, even while dealing with his own pain and sorrow of losing a loved one.
Teaching is a passion, and teachers need to be passionate when they impart knowledge as well as imparting part of themselves. And teachers make a difference on a daily basis and help children to go out in the world and be the best children that they can be.
Throughout the day, during the Judaic studies as well as the secular studies, there's a thread where we really talk about how do I take what I'm learning and make a difference in the world. When you affect the life of a child, you're making a huge investment in that child, and the better sense of self that that child has, the more people they touch. And then those people in turn touch people.
The girl, who had been thinking, said to her grandfather, "You know, my rabbi taught me that every small act I do makes a difference, and even if it's only to this one small starfish, it would make a difference if I saved it." With that, the girl's grandfather paused and began throwing as many starfish in the ocean next to his granddaughter by his side. The Conejo Jewish Day School, making a difference one child at a time, one family at a time.